So you can see your name, where is your room for presenter this today. And we will to tell that during your presentation, the reviewer will be choose between the presenter, where is the best in each room. So doing your presentation to be a best presenter like that. So kita harapkan untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian juga memberikan presentasi yang baik ya, yang terbaik karena kita akan memilih di antara Bapak Ibu sekalian yang menjadi presenter di masing-masing room akan menjadi the best presenter. Oke, ladies and gentlemen. And after all session, we have please re-enter into room again because after all session all over, we continue to closing session. So jika semua sudah selesai presentasi, kita kembali lagi ke main room ya untuk dilakukan sesi penutupan kegiatan. Oke, Bapak Ibu sekalian, kita mulai to please into your room to its room. Untuk sesi untuk room 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 2 I mean room 2 and room 3 you stay here ya, so not out or sign out from the room because we still here, and the room 1 will be send you will be send your link new. Nanti Pak Dr. Hardiono yang akan memberikan link Zoom yang room 1 ya. So please enter its room, ladies and gentlemen. For room 1 you can into link we have sent in chat, in kolom chat, silahkan dilihat di kolom chat untuk room 1. And especially for room 2 and room 3 you stay here, we start from here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please. Silahkan Bapak Ibu yang masuk room 1 ke kolom chat, ada yang sudah dikirimin link Zoom-nya, sedangkan room 2 dan room 3 tetap di room ini ya. Kita akan mulai dari sini. Ya. Oke, silahkan. Tapi sebelumnya saya lupa tadi untuk screenshot. Sudah? Ya, oke, sip. Ya. Baik. Oke, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Are you ready? Apakah sudah berkurang izin Bu kategori yang masuk room 1? Ya, you can see your list name we have sent in group and your email. Silahkan Bapak Ibu lihat di emailnya atau di grup yang sudah kami kirim daftar nama presenter. Ada di grup presenter and proceeding. Room 1, silahkan masuk di link Zoom yang ada di dalam kolom chat. Sedangkan untuk room 2 dan 3 tetap di ruangan ini. Silahkan Bapak Ibu, sudah bisa dilihat nama-namanya di daftar list. Ya, silahkan bergabung di link Zoom untuk room 1. Ya. Oke, masih ada pertanyaan? Cukup Bapak Ibu, kita mulai ya.
Izin Bu, bisa dikirimkan kembali link untuk room 1?
Dion.
Saya sudah keluar.
Oh gitu.
Kita ada di chat. Kita copy.
Copy ke, bentar ya. Kita copy dulu yang ada di grup. Yang ada di grup ya, Pak. Ini ya. Mungkin di kolom chat. Apakah sudah terkirim? Saya sudah mengirim ulang di kolom chat. Coba dibuka, Bapak Ibu silahkan. Sudah ya, sudah benar ya. Ini yang sudah terbuka, Ibu? Sudah terbuka? Sudah bisa dilihat yang file yang dikirim? Nama-namanya room 1 dan room 2 serta room 3. Sudah ya, Bapak Ibu? Are you ready to start? Can we start? For especially room 2 and room 3?
Yes, please.
Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Ready kok.
Sudah ya? Bapak Ibu kita mulai ya. Khusus room 2 and room 3. And room 1 silahkan masuk ke link Zoom yang sudah dikirimi di kolom chat. Oke, masih adakah di room 1 yang ada di ruangan ini? Sudah berpindah? Oke, baik. Kita mulai ya, Bapak Ibu. Oke, ladies and gentlemen, for especially room 2 and room 3, we'll begin. And the first in this session, you can presentation your abstract just only 5 minutes or 7 to presentation your abstract, maybe 5 slide, background, objective methods, result, and conclusion. And after that, we will choose where is the best presenter in speaking in English. So, but it's no problem if you want to Indonesian, it's no problem. But to be a best presenter, will be choose the best presenter in English. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, let's begin. For the first time, the Honorable Petronella Marcia Risamasu. Dris, adakah Petronella Marcia Risamasu? Sepertinya perempuan ya. Ada Petronella Marcia Risamasu? Belum bergabung? Oke, baik.
Izin
Kita
Bu,
lanjut.
itu teman satu kelas saya Bu. Itu
Oh iya.
beliau lagi izin nggak bisa hadir hari ini.
Oh gitu. Oh ya, nggak apa-apa. Kita lanjut ke Ibu Ayu Ratna Dewi.
Iya, Bu.
Ada? Oke, guys. Kita silakan ya. Kita beri kesempatan the Honorable Ayu Ratna Dewi to presentation his abstract. Please share your time. Times in yours, Mrs. Ayu. Semua sudah bisa share ya. Sudah bisa share langsung dari Zoom-nya masing-masing. There are something, Mrs. Ayu? Can you share
a
your
moment.
PowerPoint? Yes. Yeah. Don't forget to introduce yourself about your name and your institution and you come from dari mana asalnya juga ya. Oke, silahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Hello, my name is Ayu. I'm a Magister Reproduction of Health in University Megariski. I'm from Balikpapan. Thank you for the opportunity. Today I will present about the image of inspection of the uterine cervix acetate etchant and clinical breast examination health center of Sepaku 3. My background, why I'm type this title is, first, cervix and breast cancer still become the first and second Indonesian woman's death. Why? Because this cancer general known at an advanced stage, so the therapy is late. Second, to decrease both cancer, we have the prevention methods are called IVA and SADANIS or CBA, clinical breast examination. Both of methods can detect early stage of cancer, so the therapy can be given immediately. I use the method of descriptive study with total sampling for women who have been checked. I got a total 94 respondent. In 2024, I got a 66 respondent, and in 2025, I got a 28 respondents. In 2024, the result in 2024 for the CBA, clinical breast examination, I got 100% no found suspected breast tumor or lung. And for IVA, I got 24% IVA positive and 2% suspected cancer and undergoing treatment. In 2025, for clinical breast examination, I got 24% suspected breast tumor, and the patient have done operated and still undergoing treatment. And for IVA, I got 40% were found IVA positive, and 2 patients still undergoing treatment for LLETZ or large loop excision of the transformation zone. The conclusion, need awareness of women egg fertile to examine and check IVA and clinical breast examination periodically for detect early cancer so can be treated early. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for Mrs. Ayu. She have presentation under less than 5 minutes. It's great. Okay, thank you. And the next, I call Mrs. Tenri Oming. Tenri Oming. I'm sure in this session we not open Q&A, okay? Because we have time, it's not free more, so kita batasi waktunya ya. Oke, silahkan. Nggak ada? Kita the next lagi ya. Nasrawati Rudia? Ada? Nasrawati Rudia? Ya, baik. Nasrawati Rudia ada? Oke, lanjut. Agustina. Agustina. Oke. Kita next lagi. Gustina. Ibu Gustina. Banyak yang nggak ada ya. Dear Honorable Kasmiati. Is there Kasmiati? Mrs. Kasmiati? Nggak ada. Mrs. Nur Hikmah? Nur Hikmah?
Iya, Bu.
Ya, oke. Please time in yours. You can share your PowerPoint direct. Yes. Silahkan, Ibu Nur Hikmah. There is something problem to share your PowerPoint? Bisa di-share? Atau ada kendala, Ibu Nur Hikmah? Oke. Good.
Hello, my name is Nur Hikmah from Sengkang, Universitas Megarizky Makassar.
Can you open your picture, Nur Hikmah? Okay, good. Next.
The influence of productive health education on the level of knowledge of adolescent. Introduction. Health education is a process to improve pupils' ability to maintain and improve the health. Adolescent reproductive health is health condition physically, mentally, and socially. Counseling the productive system foundation process by adolescent. The study into the mentioned effect of reproductive health education on the level of knowledge of adolescent about reproductive health. This research was conducted in of the secondary school in the city of Bukit and the reproductive system foundation and process posed by adolescent. The study aims to determine the effect of reproductive health education on the level of knowledge of adolescent about reproductive health. This research was conducted in one of the secondary schools in the city of Bukit Tinggi. The sample in this study was 63 respondents. The sampling technique simple random sampling method. The method used pre-experiment with one group, pre-test, post-test, collecting data with using a research instrument in the form questionnaire. The data analysis technique used was the private simple thesis result. The result show that the difference in the average level of knowledge of adolescent before and health education was 23,714 with a standard deviation of 13,684 with the p-value is 0,001 with 0,05. Conclusion, it can be concluded that this is a significant effect. The implementation of adolescent reproductive health education on the level of adolescent knowledge about reproductive health. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Nur Hikmah. Your presentation is good. Okay. The next, I want to call the Honorable Rizka Aprianti Boy. Is there? Rizka, Mrs. Rizka, Miss Rizka. Is there? Apakah ada orangnya? Nggak ada? Oke, baik. Kita next ya. Selanjutnya, Mr. Muhammad Sabir. Is there Mr. Muhammad Sabir? Muhammad Sabir? Belum ada? Oke, kita lanjut lagi ya. The next, the Honorable Mrs. Aider. Aider, man or woman? Aider. Is there Aider? Nggak ada? Oke, kita lanjut lagi. To the next session is the Honorable Mrs. Yuliana. Mrs. Yuliana? Belum ada? Oke, kita lanjut lagi. And the next presentation, Mrs. Dian Ekawati. Dian Ekawati? Belum ada juga? Gak masalah ya, kalau misalkan udah buat PPT-nya boleh kok. Lanjut, Dr. Yerni Palulun. Dr. Yerni? Ada Dr. Yerni? Ini sepertinya udah join di ruangan atau belum ya? Dr. Yerni. Oke, kita next aja. Mr. Abdul Rahman. Is there Mr.
Ya Bu, maaf Bu,
You ready?
saya belum buat PPT-nya, apakah boleh dengan abstraknya saja Bu?
Oh iya, betul, nggak masalah ya.
Dan
It's no problem,
judulnya
it's no
itu
problem.
saya
Ya.
buat abstrak sesuai dengan judul conference Bu.
Oh gitu. Oke,
Iya
bikin
Bang Galis.
itu hasil penelitian or systematic review studi literatur?
Ya.
It's no problem ya. Kalau itu studi literatur atau systematic review atau hasil penelitian is okay, it's no problem. Oke. Times in yours, share your PPT.
Belum saya buat PPT-nya Bu, masih
Ya,
dalam
nggak
bentuk.
masalah, nggak masalah, nggak apa-apa. Silahkan di-share aja abstraknya. Di-share aja abstraknya, boleh.
Udah nampak, Bu?
Sudah? Ya, oke. Good, silakan.
Ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Rahman from Universitas Megarizky Makassar. I come from Jeneponto, promosi kesehatan, Bu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The World Lagos International Conference and Graduation Program Megarizky University brings together scholars, practitioners, and policy makers of the explore the interconnection between education, innovation, and health resilience as key foundation of sustainable well-being. This conference highlights how educational transformation and technology and advancement can strengthen social and health system, particularly in facing global crisis and post-pandemic challenge. Through collaboration, research, and interdisciplinary discussion, the event aims to promote innovation, learning methods, community of empowerment strategies, and health-based policies that enhance social resilience. The conference emphasizes the role of academic institution in generation solutions that bridge science, technology, and human values. By integrating global perspectives from various countries, this international forum contributes to the development of sustainable education and health system that support inclusive and equitable well-being for all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abdul Rahman. One question, yeah. What is your abstract? Is it from literature review or studi literatur?
Ya, sesuai dengan konferensi kemarin, Bu.
Oh, okay, it's good. Okay, thank you very much, Abdul Rahman, on your presentation.
Terima kasih banyak, Bu.
Yes, okay. We next the presenter, and I call the Honorable Nur Yunia Pertiwi. Is there Mrs. Nur Yunia Pertiwi? Tidak ada? Oke, baik, kita lanjut ya. For the next presenter, we call Mrs. Vivian Vinilia Basri. Is there Mrs. Vivian? Mr. Vivian? Mr. Vivian? Okay. We next call Sahriani Febrina. Sahriani Febrina. Dr. Sahriani, I know who is he. Okay, share your PowerPoint, Dr. Sahriani. Times in yours. Okay.
Mrs. Sri, is it clear?
It's
Oke,
fine.
yes, kedengaran dan clear.
Oke, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good
Waalaikumsalam.
morning, everyone. Before I start, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sahriani Febrina. I live in East Kalimantan, and now I'm a student of reproductive health of University Megareski. Today, I would like to presented my paper about description of knowledge level about stunting in brides and groom-to-be at Puskesmas Sepaku 3. Okay, this is for background. Stunting remains a major nutritional problem in developing countries like Indonesia and became a national priority. However, according to data from the 2021 study of the nutritional status of toddlers in Indonesia, the prevalence of stunting in toddlers in Indonesia decreased from 27.67% to 24.4% in 2019 to 2021. In Puskesmas Paku 3, the stunting rate was 9.3% with 57 stunted toddlers out of a target population of 604 toddlers. To reduce the prevalence of stunting, the government has launched numerous programs. One way to reduce stunting is how to increase the knowledge about stunting in brides and groom-to-be. This is in line with the primary function of Puskesmas, which is to provide promotive and preventive health services. The objective of this paper is to increase knowledge of stunting in brides and grooms-to-be so that it can reduce the rate, especially in Puskesmas Sepaku 3. The method, the study target in 33 brides and grooms-to-be. The location are Puskesmas and KUA. And the study started with a pre-test, then counseling using materials about stunting with PowerPoint presentation or leaflet, and ended with a post-test. The pre-test and post-test has the same question, consists of 10 question multiple choice. The result showed an increase in knowledge level of stunting in brides and grooms-to-be. Before the counseling, there is 72% of brides and grooms had low knowledge, with score less than 50. And after the counseling, there is 96% had high knowledge, with score more than 70. It means there's only 4% of brides and grooms had low knowledge after the counseling. And the conclusion, it can be concluded that with this study, the knowledge of stunting in brides and grooms-to-be will increase so that it will have an impact on reducing stunting rates in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for Mrs. Sahriani. It's very good research ya. Oke, kita lanjut dulu ya. For the next presenter is Mr. Sahril Sabirin Tomagola.
Hello, Miss. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
First time,
Okay.
I'm really sorry because I'm not have a PPT file that I want to share in this room, but maybe I just use my abstract. So yeah, so I cannot share the abstract.
No problem. It's no problem. Yes, it's no problem. Please
Aku udah,
share your abstract.
Kak, Ibu bisa,
It's okay.
aku bisa kirim di WA, Bu, soalnya nggak bisa aku buka dari HP ku, Bu, soalnya jaringan. Jadi mesti yang buka di situ, Bu.
Oke, gitu. Sip.
Aku share
Boleh. Ya, oke. Boleh. Silahkan dikirim di grup ya.
ya.
Have you sent, Mrs.
Yeah,
Mister?
I can share.
Oke, kita buka dulu. We open it to.
Yang paling akhir, Bu, the last slide.
Okay. Sahri Sabir. Okay. So I wanna share. Have opened it?
Yes.
Have opened it? Yes.
Yang
Okay. Please, time it yours.
the last yang paling akhir, Bu. The last
Is it? It's not.
oh, just add. Oh my God. Sebentar, Bu. Ada dua
Is
tadi.
it true?
Oke, sebentar.
Is it
Bu.
true?
No, yang paling akhir ada, Bu. Yang bahasa Inggrisnya kayaknya deh.
Oke. Yang paling akhir berarti di.
Soalnya dalam
Yang
itu
terakhir.
ada 3 slide inside the files. Ada 3 slide di dalam file itu, Bu. And then the last slide that I mean.
Oke. Oh iya ya. It's true, benar. Is it?
Yang the last lagi, yang akhir, Bu. Yang paling oke. Yeah, this.
Is it? Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. So my name is Syahrial Sabirun Tomagola, and I'm from Health Promotion Master Study at Megariski University. And now I will presentation my abstract. I'm so sorry because I cannot presentation my PowerPoint because there's something with my internet connection here. So let we can presentation. Let I can presentation my abstract. So my analysis of health promotion strategies to increase our awareness of clean and healthy living among pregnant women at the Bula Community Health Center in Seram Regency, because I'm living in Maluku or Ambon. So I'm took the study about this. So this study found the Bula Community Health Center's health promotion program theme implemented health promotion strategies. Firstly, advocacy in the form of seminars and oral presentations and media advocacy to raise our awareness of clean living habits among specific groups, such as pregnant women and the elderly. Secondly, social support, a strategy referred to as conducive atmosphere building, is divided into 3 forms: individual atmosphere building, group atmosphere building, and public atmosphere building. Till the community empowerment is the process of constantly providing information to specific groups within the community health centers, work area, families, and individuals. This study also found that the majority of pregnant women have a level of awareness of clean living habits as promoted by community health promotion officers. With a health promotion strategy, the Bula Community Health Centers will help realize and increase health awareness and healthy living practice to improve the quality of life for the community, specifically pregnant women. So yeah, it's just my presentation. So thanks in advance for the time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Syahrial. I want to ask about your abstract. This is a literature study atau systematic review?
Systematic review.
Systematic review. Okay, I want to just say that if you want to show your abstract like that, you must be give value and data.
Okay, I see.
So, yeah, there are many references you can enter into your abstract, yes, because
Yes.
with systematic review, literature review, or study literature, we must to give value and data. So from the many or more references. Yeah, so it's not only theoritis. Okay, you understand what I mean, Mr. Sahril?
Yes,
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sahril. Good job. It's pretty
thank you.
great your
You, Miss.
presentation. Thank you, Mr. Sahril. For the next, I call the Honorable Antonius Octavian.
Yes, I'm here, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Please, time in yours, Mr. Anthony.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
sudah terbuka.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me introduce myself. My name is Antonius Octavian from Central Hospital of Jayapura in Papua. And also I'm a student of Megaristi University. Yeah, a student in hospital administration. Today I want to share about what we have done in 2 years recently. And the topic is Dapson Hypersensitivity Syndrome, or DHS, screening using SLAB3001 detection in Papua. So my topic is part of that we call precision medicine. The precision medicine now become a hot topic in the world. So this is my outline, the first background, methods and results, and also conclusion. So everybody here knows that leprosy is a chronic infection, can cause damages of the nervous system and often leads to disability. So until now, Indonesia become big three country in the world with a higher number in leprosy patient, that we reached rank 3 after China and after India and Brazil. So new cases in this year, we have 6,166 new cases of leprosy in Indonesia until September. So until now, only 6 agency or city in Indonesia reached the leprosy elimination status in last 2024. I think this is bad news for Indonesia because before 2023, WHO have different criteria to reach the elimination status of a country. The new criteria of leprosy, of elimination leprosy, changes in 2023 in July. That's make in Indonesia only 6 regency or city reach the elimination. This is what I'm talking about before. Before 2023, the indicator is different. And now the changes of indicator, for example, the ones of indicator is there's no new cases in children, leprosy in children in 5 years recently. So it make a disaster for Indonesia. And after that, after the new criteria, many regency or many city in Indonesia lost their elimination status. And until now, we only have 6 cities with elimination status of leprosy. So if we know there are 3 pillars of prevention of elimination of disease or tackle the disease. The first, prevention, and also diagnosis and treatment and surveillance. Why I red coloring the treatment? Because what I will talking about this morning is about treatment. So we know that treatment of leprosy, we have 3 drugs that we call multi-drugs therapy. It consists of dapsone or rifampicin and also clofazimine. So the dapsone, the real name is diaminodelphinyl sulfone, is established in 1945. And we can use it for paucibacillar or also multibacillary leprosy. But Drug have a side effect, a drug reaction that is called allergy, or we as it and we call it Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome. In the world, 1.5% Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome occur on people who take medication, and 13% become fatal, and 25.9% incompliance in leprosy patient is caused by drug reaction. And the number of the Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome in Papua is 11%. Sadly, in Indonesia, there's no clear data how many or how percentage people with Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome. So, what is this sign and symptom? In Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome have a symptom fever. We call it triad DHS. A fever, skin eruption, or rash, and also multi-organ dysfunction like hepatitis or also lymphadenopathy. In the severe condition, it can be occur Stevens-Johnson syndrome, toxic epidermal necrosis, and also fatality. And this is the Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome is a late allergy because in 5 or 6 weeks after taking the first medication, it will occur. So the word and medic only just wait and see for the reaction of the drug medication. So this is the sign of the Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome. This is our patient. We have 3 samples here, and we can look at the skin, skin rash, and also jaundice or ecstatic in the eye, and also fatality. And in 2020, we have research with China and also Singapore about validation study of SLAB1301 as a biomarker of allergy Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome in Papua in Indonesia. And the study have a results that SLEB1301 it can be a predictor of Dawson hypersensitivity syndrome. So this is a method how to detect the SLEB1301 in a patient. This using PCR method, we can using whole blood and or blood spot, dry blood spot in the paper. So we can take the blood and also take it in the paper on the paper, and also we can continue with PCR. So what we must do when a patient has a positive SLEB1301, we must we must stop the Dawson. So only 2 medication, 2 drug, they can take the drug. Only clofazimine and rifampicin. So we take the Dawson. It's and after then, if somebody negative SLEB1301, she or he can take all the medication. And this is the results. We have from January 2024 or until October 2025, we have 339 new leprosis cases, and all of the patient we give them PCR, take their blood, and also make a laboratory from detection of SLEB1301. In 2024, we have 201 subjects. In 2025, we have 138 patients. So from all 339 samples, we have 64 positive with SLEB1301. That means 0.19%. But this is a very interesting that one patient have a allergic dapsone, have a dapsone allergic, have a hypersensitive syndrome, but she is not have a SLE B3001 gene in their blood, in her blood. Why? Yes, because from the literature and from the research, we know that factor contributing in DSS is not only establishing of SLE B3001. There are other factors that contribute to this allergy. So, but in many research, we know that only SLE B3001 is the greatest, the sharpest predictor for SLE, for Dapson hypersensitivity syndrome. So this is the conclusion. SLE B3001 gene screening implementation in leprosy before therapy is will reduce the risk of Dapson hypersensitivity syndrome significantly. So I think this is my end of my presentation, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Antonius. I want to ask about you. Are you student in hospital administration?
Yes, yes,
In
yes.
this semester
Yes, ma'am.
berapa? Semester berapa?
This is the first semester.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I want to tell, actually you are not graduate program, yeah. This is very good for if you continues to level doctoral. Okay, Mr. Antonius? Yes,
Thank you very much.
your research is very good to this is the same as a level doctoral program. So
Thank you very much, ma'am.
yes, you must be to continues to have you finish in graduate program. You must be to continues to level doctoral. Okay, Mr. Antonius.
Thank you.
Kita akan bertemu lagi ya to
Thank you
discuss
very
about
much.
your research. It's very good. HLA B1301. Oh, no, it's very good. Okay, thank you, Mr. Antonius.
Thank you very much.
And the next, I want the Honorable Dede Nurohim. Is there the Mr. Dodo Nurohim? Dede Nurohim? Ada? Oke, kita lanjut. Bu Naia? Bu Naia? Is there Mr. or Mrs. Bu Naia? Okay, there is not yet. And the next, Mrs. Ardiana. Mrs. Ardiana? Nggak ada. Mr. Muzakir? Is there Mr. Muzakir? Not yet. Okay, the next, Mrs. Incawati. Mrs. Incawati. Oke, tidak ada. Kita lanjut. Mrs. Nurjannah B. Nurjannah. Acik, ada? Ada Nurjannah? Oh, Incawati? Oh, Incawati ada? Oh, suaranya kedengaran. Incawati, Miss Incawati. You can presentation.
Ya, hadir.
Yes, okay. You can presentation your PowerPoint. Okay, it's time yours, Mrs. Incawati.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Good morning and warm greeting to all of us. the Honorable Dr. Triana Herman as the moderator today, and all participants of the Port Sulawesi International Conference at Graduate Program Megaresty University. Before I present my abstract, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Incawati, a graduate student of the Master Program in Sociology of Education at Megaresty University. On this occasion, I will present the findings of my research, which focuses on comparative analysis of principal transformational leadership and teacher involvement in Rohis extracurricular program on student social religious cohesion in Treaty Area Junior High School. It's a study at SMPN Tata Pulau Bembe number 29, Kepulauan Selayar. This study analyzes solutions to the acute multidimensional crisis in educational quality within Indonesia's three regions, outermost, frontier, and defense strategies, characterized by significant physical, social, and academic debt. The study employs a mixed method approach, quantitative and qualitative. The main objective of the research is to examine the influence of transformational leadership on teacher involvement in Rohis, to examine the influence of teacher involvement in Rohis on student socio-religious cohesion, and to analyze the qualitative role of Rohis in addressing moral academic degradation, implementation constraints, and the influence of parental parenting style and digital literacy. The results show significant findings. Transformational leadership is proven to have a positive and significant influence on encouraging teacher involvement in Rohis, affirming this leadership style's effectiveness for innovation amid limitation. Furthermore, teacher involvement in Rohis also has a positive and significant influence on enhancing student socio-religious cohesion. Qualitatively, external factors such as supportive parental parenting style and adequate digital literacy also contribute positively, although Rohis implementation faces constraints related to resource limitation and minimal teacher incentives. The conclusion assert that the success of student character development program in Treaty Area heavily relies on a dual intervention model. First, the support of the principles transformational leadership. The second, the facilitation of the Rohis program as a platform for strengthening socio-religious values. These findings offer practical contribution to educational policy development in three key regions. That's my findings in my research. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mrs. Incawati. You can close your slide. Please close your slide. Please close your share.
Wait.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Incawati. I think I have to call for our for our presenter. Is there any has not I call to presenter to presentation? Apakah masih ada? Is there any has not I called to presentation in this time for in this room, room 2 and room 3? Masih adakah yang belum saya panggil?
Clear, Bu.
Nggak ada lagi yang tadi sudah dipanggil namanya?
Saya, Bu.
Oke, who is it? Can you voice? Mrs. siapa? Mrs.
Tendri Omim, Bu.
Oh, Tendi Oming. Oke. Oke, Tendi Oming, please share your slide. Oke, time is yours.
Sudah kelihatan, Bu?
Sudah, Bu, sudah.
Oh iya.
Kasih besar,
Assalamualaikum.
kasih besar, Bu. Gunakan tanda gelas yang di bawah. Tanda gelas yang di bawah. Tanda gelas yang di bawah.
Sudah, Bu.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
My name is Tendromin Ekan from Inwajo. The influence of menstrual hygiene health promotion on the knowledge and attitude of adolescents experiencing early menstruation. Introduction. Personal hygiene during menstruation is an action to maintain health and cleanliness in the feminine area during menstruation. Personal hygiene behavior during menstruation is something that plays a very important role in ensuring the health of female adolescent organs both physically and mentally. Purpose. The study aims to determine the effect of menstrual hygiene, health promotion, on the knowledge and attitudes of early menstruation adolescent. Method. This type of research is quantitative using the quasi-experiment method, pretest and post-test. The research design used in the one group pretest, post-test, post-test design with purposive sampling with the Wilcoxon test. Result. The Wilcoxon test study showed that from 22 respondents, the analysis result for knowledge obtained a value 0,001, attitudes obtains a value 0,000, and action obtained 0,005 with a significance level of value 0,05, where 0,001, 0,000, and 0,005 kurang 0,005, then who is rejected this indication that the result of the measuring of understanding increased when after being given health promotion about understanding menstrual hygiene. Conclusion. It can be concluded that there is a significant influence of health promotion on the knowledge and attitudes of early adolescents about menstruation. Keywords: health promotion, menstrual hygiene, and adolescent. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Mrs. Tenri Oming. Thank you very much your presentation. Okay, there has not I call to presentation in this room? Is there any? Is there any to presentation? I call 4 minutes before. Apakah masih ada nama yang sudah saya panggil sebelumnya tapi belum presentasi? Cukup, Bapak Ibu?
Saya Bu, maaf baru
Boleh.
bergabung terlempar tadi Bu.
Okay, this is a problem. It's no problem. Okay. Please share your PPT.
Sabar Bu, saya ganti nama.
Ya. Begitupun yang lain ya Bapak Ibu, silahkan yang sudah saya panggil tetapi belum presentasi, langsung bersuara dan share PowerPoint-nya.
Maaf Bu, saya tidak tahu kenapa menjadinya.
It's no problem, Mrs. Siti, can you send your PPT in group?
Oh iya.
Back there, yes. Have you sent Mrs. Siti? And the next, is there any presentation? Ada lagi yang akan presentasi berikutnya setelah Ibu Siti yang belum presentasi? Okay, Siti Nasrawati. Okay, I want to check your PPT in the group. For the minutes. Have opened it, Mrs. Siti? Have opened it, ladies and gentlemen? The slide Mrs. Siti Nasrawati sudah terbuka?
Okay, yes.
Ya, oke. Time's in yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Good morning and warm greetings to all of us. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say sorry because my unstable connection in my school. Sorry, it's a great honor for me to stand before distinguished academic researchers in this first Lagos International Conference at Graduate Program Megarescue University. Well, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Siti Nasrawati Rudia, one of graduate student of Master Program in Sociology of Education at Megarescue University. So in this occasion, I will present the findings of my research, which focus on the impact of the socio-cultural approach on students' reading and comprehension skills in English learning at SMKN 2 Raha. Well, maybe for this change, I just want to give the slides for the objective of the study. Maybe we'll next to the next slides. Sorry, moderator, okay. For the background of the study, okay, alright, for this background of the study. So I choose this title because of the research motivated by the low reading and comprehension abilities to students in English subjects at SMKN 2 Raha. So this is the background of the study. Next slides. Okay. For the background and the problem statement, maybe this is the same because of this research is motivated by the low reading. So I will give this the same problem statement with the background because of this. The real the real reason why I choose this problem statement for my research. So the next slide. Okay, the research objectives. Okay, in this item, I choose the strategy of this socio-cultural approach for looking at the skill of my students in the SMKN Turaha by using the qualitative research by giving the documentation and observations and analyzing using data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing techniques. So please, the next slides. Maybe we can come up to the results. Okay. Next slides. Okay, maybe we can see the methodology I say about so the data, the participants include English teachers at SMKN Turaha. So the data were collected through in-depth interviews, observation, and documentation, and analyzing using the qualitative approach using a case study method. Next slides. The research instruments. Next slides. We can come up to the result of this study. Okay. The next. Okay, analysis techniques using data collection, data presentation, data reduction, and verifying conclusions. And next, the result of this study. So in this research, I emphasize on the socio-cultural approach. So from the objective of this study come up to the background and the problem statement. So I can conclude the result, I can give the result of this study that the students tend to grasp only literal information from text, struggle to make inferences, lack of critical thinking. So in here, after they using socio-cultural approach, proves the effective in enhancing students' reading and comprehension skills in English learning at SMKN Turaha. So this study is expected to contribute theoretical to the development of culturally based learning strategies and provide practical benefit for teachers. So this research emphasize on how the students can use this approach to enhancing or increase the students' motivation, collaboration, interaction, integration of local culture, utilization of cultural tools as mediators, creation of inclusive learning environments, and provisions of authentic and contextual reading materials. So the result, students can improve the literal comprehension, inference making, critical thinking, motivation, participation, and their ability to relate the text to the real experiences. So this is the result of my study. Next, the last. Okay, so the conclusion of this research, my research about the impact of the socio-cultural approach on students' reading and comprehension skills in English learning at SMKN Turaha, I can give the conclusion that the socio-cultural approach proves to be effective in enhancing students' reading and comprehension skills in English learning at SMKN Turaha. So, for the contribution, this is especially for the teachers, English teachers, for the future, expected to contribute the theoretical to the development of culturally based learning strategies and provide practical benefits for teacher. So here, I can give the conclusion that my research is still need more critical thinking again for the teachers, or the still have more valuable scientific contributions. I think that's all my presentation for this first Legacy International Conference. Thank you very much for kind attention for all the participants. May this presentation be benefit and contribute to our collective efforts in building sustainable education and health resilience for this presentation. So I do very sorry because of my maybe still have many mistakes in my presentation. Thank you very much again for all the participants, for the moderator. I close by saying Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bu, masih mute, Bu.
Mute, Bu. Mute mikrofon, Bu.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Siti, on your presentation is very good. Are you English teacher, Mrs. in SMK Raha?
Yes, I'm an English teacher.
Oh yeah, so because your English is bener-bener ya, it's like native speaker. So maybe you will hear our English is not very well than of you. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Siti. For the
You're
next.
welcome.
For the next, is there any has not I called to presentation in this room? Is there any? Gak ada lagi? Sudah semua? Oke, baik. Kalau tidak ada lagi, berarti kita close ya, karena nggak ada lagi yang bersuara untuk maju presentasi. Di antara beberapa masih banyak yang belum presentasi ya. Oke, it's not problem. 61, ya. Okay, thank you very much for attention and on your opportunity in this time to have your presentation on your research or abstract. I think it's very good and it's very well. And for the finalization, we are closing. And before we are closing, I want to tell the committee for Mr. Dion. If you are here, Mr. Dion, Dr. Dion. Tidak ada? Oke, baik. Karena tidak ada, kita menganggap bahwa sudah selesai presentasi hari ini, berarti sudah selesai semua kegiatan untuk presenter ya, untuk di hari kedua khusus presentasi. Nah, untuk selanjutnya kita akan memilih di antaranya beberapa room 1 dan room 2 the best presenter, dan itu akan dikirimkan di grup nantinya ya. Jadi setelah diskusi di antara para reviewer untuk menentukan the best presenter di masing-masing room. Jadi kita ada hanya 3 presenter ya, the best presenter. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much on your attention, and I think I want to say that thank you so much on your attention for the first day, and in the second day, today, I will Saya mewakili Ketua Panitia bersama seluruh jajaran Pasca Sarjana mengucapkan terima kasih banyak atas waktu dan kesempatannya, sehingga Bapak Ibu sekalian sudah bisa mengikuti dari pertama sampai hari terakhir. Dan kita akan ketemu di the second Legacy International Event next berikutnya. Dengan ucapan Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You can sign up from the room. Sudah. Tutup. Ya, tutup dulu. Thank you very much.
Enggak registrasi mak ini. Tangga muda. Agak mudah bisa hujan. Tangga apa dulu itu kanan atau kiri? Kiri dok. Kelihatan gini ya.
Sabar. Udah pakai. Lanjut sesuai maka. Mita, 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 Ona.